Aloha, I'm Trish Lowry, one of the Senior Assistance Coordinators at the Waikiki Community Center. Welcome to our virtual fitness classes. This one is called Senior Moves with Trish, and today I will be doing a 30-minute chair exercise using chair, weights, and a stretch band. I'm on the lanai at the Waikiki Community Center. Hope all of you recognize our beautiful surroundings, and we probably will have some noise from the street, so if that happens, just follow my hand movements, or we'll just let the noise go by and just take a little rest. Thank you. The goal of today's class is going to be to improve circulation, it's going to be to improve our posture, and to help with fall prevention. All you'll need is a chair, any chair. It can have arms, no arms, it can be a stool, it can be a comfy chair that you have, whatever you enjoy sitting in, or you can even do it standing if you don't have a chair. You will just need to be a little bit more careful. What I'd like for you to be able to do is to sit tall with your posture straight and your feet flat on the floor. If it helps you to use something like a ball to put behind your back, or a pillow, any kind of pillow, cushion, pillow, blanket, if that helps you to give you more support or to make it more comfortable, that's fine. But if you don't need to use that, you'll use your own body a little bit more to get a little bit of a better workout. Also, while you're at home, you might not have weights or a stretch band. I'm going to be using weights in the class today, and you can use any size weights that you may have at home, or we can improvise. One of the things that you can use instead of weights would be a water bottle, any size. I would start with one that's a lighter weight and build up just to see how that works. You can also use canned foods. You can also use jars. And we all have lots of antibacterial supplies, so you can always use antibacterial supplies for your weights. And as you get stronger, you can go to the large size to get extra weight for that. For these stretch bands, if you have a stretch band, you can use the stretch band or any type of elastic band, a headband, just even a piece of elastic. If you don't have a stretch band, you can use a sock. This is a compression stocking. It makes a really good stretch band, any type of sock. Or you could even just use a kitchen towel. A kitchen towel, just something that gives you a little bit of resistance. So we can improvise with any of these items, chair, weights, or band, or you can even do all of these exercises just using your own body, just to get the exercise. Go gently. We'll try to do repetitions of 5 to 10, but you're at home. If you want to do less, that's perfectly fine. And only do what's comfortable to you. If it's uncomfortable or you think it's going to make you too sore, just rest for that. And then we're going to keep doing different segments. We'll use our weights, and then we'll do our stretch bands, and then we'll do a little bit of just a cool down with some deep breathing exercises today. But we want you to just get the feel for doing exercise at home. You can do this as often as you would like. Hopefully in the near future we'll have live classes and we can add different exercises to our Senior Moves with Trish, some standing, some sitting, some working on balance, and definitely more on posture and improving our circulation. So just be careful, enjoy it. Remember that we want to shake it, don't break it. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is a head-to-toe warm-up. Because we're on the lanai at the Waikiki Community Center and there might be some noise, just follow my hand motions. Or we have have Mary helping to film. She's going to give me a little break and we'll just let the noise go by and we'll take a rest. The first thing we're going to do is to start with our head. First we're going to take a few deep breaths. We're going to start by just inhaling, exhaling. We'll try this 5 times or as many as you would like to do. We're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Now I'd like you to sit up tall. Try to sit a little bit forward in your chair, feet flat on the floor, shoulder blades back, and try to make your head, pretend like someone is holding a string and it's going all the way up to your ceiling. Trying to keep your head up tall, shoulders back, and feet flat on the floor. We're going to start by just doing some head raises to the ceiling. Gently look down to the floor. We'll do 10 times. Up, down. Up, down. Side to side. Go side, side. Now the other side. As you loosen up, sometimes you can look even a little further back. Try to look behind your shoulder. This time we're going to do both sides together. One more. Very good. This time we're going to go sideways with a tilt, like we're trying to drop our ear to the shoulder. We'll start one side and then we'll do the other side. Your ear and just hold a little bit. good. This exercise, the next one is called a chin tuck. And this one is very good for posture because your head is very heavy and you want to try to keep it aligned over the spine so you don't feel the additional weight that causes us to lean forward, and sometimes we get a little stuck that way. So what we do is we can just put our fingers on our chin and just gently push back. Release, push back. You can try it without your fingers. Very good. Now let's try to relax our shoulders. We're going to just start with some shoulder rolls, just rolling them backward. I always like to go backward because I feel like that helps our posture by keeping the shoulder blades back and trying to stand up a little taller, or sitting up a little taller today. We're just going to go up and down with our shoulders. Up and down, up and down. Remember to breathe throughout, and also anytime it's warm outside here, so anytime you need to stop and take a drink of water to try to stay hydrated, feel free to do that anytime throughout the class. Also remember to stay hydrated throughout the day. Have you discovered, like me, sometimes wearing a mask a lot, it's harder to drink as much water. So remember to drink more water, because if you don't, you'll get headaches or you might even feel weak. So we have to remember, even with a mask, to always stay hydrated. Very good. Now let's work our arms. We're going to do some reaches. We'll start by just reach, reach. You can do both at once, too. Okay, this time we're going to flex our wrists just to try to relax our hands and our fingers. We're going to just do some rolls, going to the inside, and then we'll reverse and go to the outside. Always good for the brain sometimes to do both of them at the same time. Go toward the inside and then reverse to the outside. Wonderful. Now we're going to work down the body and go a little bit more to the torso. We're going to start by we can put our hands on our hips, or if you're more comfortable, you can leave them on your thighs, whatever feels best, and we're just going to lean forward and then raise back up. can do it going side to side. Lean, just not too far. We want you to stay in your chair, and then the opposite direction. Lean one direction, sit up tall, lean the other direction. Now we're going to start working our legs. We'll start it first just with some marching. Just march. You want to get a little bit more of a workout, you just raise the legs up a little bit higher. Or if you don't have neighbors below you, you can stomp a little harder. Also a good exercise you can do at home, and if you want to do it longer, it actually will help to get your heart rate a little faster and get a little bit more of a cardiac workout. You can add arms, almost like we're jogging in place. Get the heart rate even faster, you would just go faster. Go faster, faster. Or you can just stomp, stomp, stomp. Okay? Another exercise that we'd like to do to help you with fall prevention is to work and try to strengthen our hips. So one of the things we can do is sitting tall in your chair, make sure you're nice and settled in your chair so you're very safe. We want you to just stretch one leg out to the side and then come back to the front. We'll do 5 times on each side. Four, 5. Now the other leg. Now for a little bit more of a challenge, and if you feel safely secure in your seat, you can try both legs at the same time. You really want a challenge. Remember as a child we did jumping jacks? I'm going to show you how to do a sitting jumping jack. We're going to move our legs and then we're going to add our arms. So we'll start by just moving our legs in and out like we're doing. And then we're going to add our arms. Wide, inside. Start stretching down our legs toward the floor. So I want you to put both legs in front of you and just stretch them straight out. We're going to take our hands and we're just going to move them down the legs as far as you can go. If going just below the knee is all that you can do, that's fine. If you want to go a little further, you can try to go all the way down to the ankles and then back up. This is very good for the core. going to stretch our ankles and our feet by just doing some toe raises. We're going to raise our feet up on our toes, just going up and down, up and down, up on your toes and down. This time we're going to do the opposite. We're going to raise our toes up and come back on our heels. Toes up in the air, down to the ground. Up, back on your heels, toes to the ground. Excellent. And then now we're going to stretch our ankles by just doing some ankle rolls. We'll do 5 to the inside and then 5 to the outside. And then switch feet. So now that we've done our head to toe warm up, let's take a few more deep breaths. Anytime you get stressed, and we've had a lot to be stressed about this year, it's always good to just stop and take a deep breath. It's amazing, just a few deep breaths can really help your heart rate to drop and to help you to relax. So again, we're going to breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, and take 2 or 3 seconds to take good full breaths. Last one. Thank you. Hi, we're back with Senior Moves with Trish, but before I start doing the weights, I wanted to introduce my wonderful camera person, Mary, and we're socially distancing, but she has her mask to be near me, and our wonderful friend, Q-Tip. So sometimes when you see a grin coming out of nowhere, it's because Q-Tip is coming and helping us to exercise. And also you're hearing a siren, you're hearing our street noise. It's just like you're here at the Waikiki Community Center. So we'll either pause or I'll just give you hand motions for us to continue. And just pretend like you're here with me with all the noise and all the beautiful scenery that we have at the community center. I also wanted to mention that this beautiful scenery behind me was painted by our Waikiki Community Center painting class. So just feel like you're here with me. Again, if you don't have weights, you can use water bottles, you can use cans, you can use antibacterial supplies, or you can just use your own body weight. You don't even have to have a weight. We're going to again start by sitting up tall in your chair, shoulders back, feet flat on the floor, head up, chin back, and we're going to just start with doing some curls. You'll hold your weights, whatever they may be, starting in your lap. You're going to keep your feet about shoulder width apart, feet flat on the floor, and you're just going to raise the weights to your shoulders. Slowly raise the weights and back down. Whatever you're using at home, make sure it's gentle enough that you won't be too sore or too uncomfortable later. sometimes you don't feel the soreness until the next day. Grinning because Mary is using Q-Tip's ears as her weights and lifting them up and down, up and down. Okay, last one, up and down. Between each set of around 10 repetitions that we do, we'll take just a few seconds to rest. The next exercise is going to be very similar, but this time when we do our curls, we're going to do a two-step curl. So we'll go halfway and then up to the shoulder. And then the same going down, halfway and then all the way down. So you're feeling the weight in a little different place. Last one. And then rest. The next one, I'm going to have you bring the weights or your hands up to ear level, and then we'll reach toward the ceiling. So we'll start at our ears, start right at the ears, and then we'll just go up and back down to the ears. And rest. For this next exercise, I'm going to turn sideways in my chair, and if you're able to do that in your chair, you may also, or you can just do it as far back as you're able to go sitting forward in the chair. But if I turn sideways, you'll see my arm will go back. Back. Very good. Now I'm going to turn in the chair again, and we'll do the other side. Again, you can do these from the front as far back as your chair will allow you to go, but I think it's easier for you to see me if I do them from the side. Back. Those of you that know me know that I love to eat and I'm always hungry. So this exercise, I'm going to pretend like I'm looking in the cabinet for food. Okay, we're going to start in the front, directly in front of your chest, and we're just going to open the cabinet wide looking for food. And if at any time 10 repetitions is too much, just do as many as you can. Okay, now that we've looked in our pantry for food, now we're going to start pouring all the ingredients into the pot. Pour. Last one. And rest. Okay. And the last thing we're going to do to prepare our snack is to stir the pot. We're going to hold our weights in front of us and we'll go in one direction, we'll go 5 times, and then we'll change directions. We're going to stir the pot. Other direction. Excellent. So anytime we're using weights too, if there's any time you're uncomfortable or you feel soreness, you can always modify them by doing smaller circles, by doing more gentle movements, or going half the distance, or just not using the weight at all and just using your arm motions, whatever works for you. So thank you for trying the weights today. This last segment we're going to do is using our stretch band. But remember, if you don't have a stretch band, you can use a sock, you can use a kitchen towel, or you can just use your own arms and just go through the motions with me. But with the stretch band, we're going to start with just putting our feet flat on the floor, taking that deep breath to get our shoulders back, and position your arms right in front of you. And all you're going to do here is just stretch. Out and in. Out and in. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. Very good. The next one we're going to do is we're going to pretend like I remember growing up, we had a lawnmower and we would have to crank the lawnmower. So you're going to put the band, hold it on your one leg, hold the band with the other hand, and you're just going to crank the lawnmower. 2. Elbow back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. Okay, now let's change legs. Elbow back. 2 more. 2. Very good. Again, trying to keep your good posture. We're going to hold the band just in front of us, and we're just going to go up in the air with the band at different levels. We'll start at our lap, then we're going to go to our chest, and then we're going to go above our head, and then reverse. Back down to your chest, back down to your knees. Last one. we're going to go up in the air with our band, and we're going to stretch wide like we're trying to shape the letter Y. So we're going to go straight up in the air, sitting very tall, and just stretch wide as far as you can go. Back to the center and stretch. Stretch, release. Stretch, relax. Last stretch. Stretch and hold. Very, very good. This last one, it's easier to use with a stretch band, but if you don't have it, just anything that works to make it fun. We just want to do some rolls. Just roll forward, roll forward. If you're using a towel, it's going to look more like this, but that's okay. Just doing your rolls. Roll forward, and then reverse. Roll backward. Excellent. Okay, we can put our bands down. Thank you very much for doing our stretch band. And we're just going to try to get our body to just relax a little bit. We're just going to move our arms by going back and forth, crossing back and forth, just doing some simple stretching. Very good. Now we're going to do some little bit of shaking. Remember we said shake it, don't break it. So make sure you're firmly in your chair, and we're just going to start like we're flicking water. You can put as little energy or as much energy as you want to, just flicking the water away. Then we can do it a little faster. Go a little faster. Shake it, shake it. We could be like playing the piano. Playing the piano. Shake it. Shake all your troubles away. And we can even do swimming feet with it and put all the motions together. We'll have a little kicks, a little shakes, just to loosen everything up and just to relax and have fun and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much for joining Senior Moves with Trish. Mary and Q-Tip joined me today in also welcoming you to this class and our beautiful lanai. We would appreciate any feedback from you too. We hope to have virtual classes, live classes, lots of different activities. Go to the Waikiki Community Center website and you can see many different offerings. But I would love to have feedback of what more you would like. We can do things standing, at a chair, at a sturdy counter. We can do breathing and stretching. We can do all the different types of exercises that you're able to do at home to stay healthy, to keep your circulation good, to help your posture, and also to help with fall prevention. Thank you for joining us today with Senior Moves with Trish. We would love to have you go to our Waikiki Community Center website and take advantage of many different types of virtual classes and activities. And please give us your feedback. We would love to hear from you what you would like to do while you're at home. Also, we can add standing chair exercise, holding onto a chair or a sturdy counter. We can do some breathing, some stretching. We can do a lot of different activities while you're at home to keep you healthier, to to help you with circulation and posture and fall prevention. And we appreciate so much you giving us that important feedback. Thank you.